Dr. Andaji. Now I call Shri Ayodhya Rami Reddy Alla.
Sir, thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak on working of Ministry of Labour and Employment. Sir, I would like to congratulate the central government on behalf of YSR Congress Party for the successful measures taken by the ministry in financial year 2021-22. The COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdowns disrupted the lives of millions of workers through layoffs, reduction in working hours and wages, in the backdrop of one of the largest exodus of migrant workers. I appreciate the government for taking necessary steps to support the workers and address the challenges and threats posed by the pandemic. I would now like to shed light on the working of the Ministry of Labour and Employment while presenting some suggestive measures. So the first one, I would like to tell the Honourable Minister and the government, 75 years of India's independence. What have we given to this labour as an asset? Have we done enough on that? I don't think we have. 75 to 100 years to achieve this Amrutakal, to become a stable and a very strong nation. This manpower, the workforce is one of the greatest asset for us. We need to come out with a clear strategy around this asset. So where this labor as an asset going to go? Predominantly it is going to go into 4 areas. One is agriculture related, second one is manufacturing related, third one is infrastructure related, fourth one is services related. In these 4 areas, next 25 years, what is the growth of this nation? Where we are going to reach? Where we want to reach? For that, what sort of this labor asset we need to create? As my colleague Mr. Shanmugam said, whether it is a temporary labor, permanent labor, trainee, or a contract labor, we need to come out clearly with the strategies around all these 4 areas. And we also need to, as a country, we need to really look at them. Today, if I look at, most of our workforce life is pathetic. If we have not provided them adequate living standards, if we would have given them that sort of a support, why would they have migrated during those COVID times? Honestly, I know I am there in all these 4 sectors. I know how things are. We have to be ashamed of ourselves. We are not doing enough for our labor force. So I think, a clear clarity, a vision and a direction to our workforce need to be established. Please let us not bring in politics here. We all have to go beyond politics. We have to build the nation. In building the nation, we have to come out clearly with our objectives around this asset. The second point is increase in budget allocation for the ministry. I would like to highlight that while there is an increase in the budget allocation for the ministry, there has been an under-allocation for the centrally sponsored schemes. In 2021, the actuals are shown as 1,319.67 crores, reduced to 299 crore, and for 22-23 budget estimates, it is showing as 75 crore. I want the Honourable Minister to take note of this. I would also want to request the ministry to consider increasing the spending beyond for the centrally sponsored schemes, since they are going to really support the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes, Pradhan Mantri Rojgar Protsahan Yojana and National Career Services, and also career and guidance for most of these people. So I think there has to be increased spending on this is a must. Then eShram portal. I congratulate the Minister on creating the first ever national database of unorganized workers, including migrant workers, construction workers and platform workers. As of January 22, 21.2 crore registrations have been completed on the portal. There are over 38.4 crore workers employed in the informal sector. most of them are not exposed to this digital literacy. I would request the minister to arrange offline registration centers. Availability of ESI hospitals. I would appreciate the efforts made by the ministry again in strengthening the ESI medical infrastructure. But for coming to my state, Andhra Pradesh, there are only 7 centers. We have more than 26 districts coming up, sir. At least for one district, not only in my state, all over the country, one ESI hospital for every district must be in place. And the next one is the Code on Social Security 2020. The code, this code consolidates existing labor laws with a wider goal of extending social security benefits to all the workers, irrespective of being a part of organized or unorganized sector. Also, there is a need for establishments to be registered on mandatory basis along with workers, but there is no such provision in the Social Security Code. These issues need to be addressed at the earliest. Atmanirbhar Bharat Rojgar Yojana scheme. This scheme has encouraged formalization of informal employment through incentivization of the employees to voluntarily register and support the new employees entering formal and organized sector. Sir, this has to be extended from 31st March 22 to at least another 2 years. Issues of Narega. Sir, we have a lot of loss due to pandemic. I would want this to be increased. These investments around Narega should be increased. But Andhra Pradesh has spent more than 70.7% excess, for the Narega during the financial year 21-22. And I would certainly request the minister to kindly look at it.
Thank you, Rami Reddy ji.
Just last one point, sir. So, also on the National Career Service Centers, I wanted the Honorable Minister to look at it. But, sir, from Andhra Pradesh government side, YSR Congress Party always stood by the labor, and our budget for 22-23, it was increased from 1,033 crores to 936 crores to 1,033 crores. And AP government has launched some of the best schemes like YSR Vahana Mitra Yojana and Jagannath Chedodu schemes, etc. to support the labor. And finally, I wanted to conclude, I wholeheartedly appreciate the steps taken by the Ministry of Labour and Employment. There has been an increased allocation for most of the initiatives, and timely steps are being taken for creation of a robust workforce in the country. My only request is that more efforts be taken to enhance the formalization of the unorganized sector and ensure availability of employment opportunities for all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now